and then 500 is 65, and then 300 is 55. What's that? Yeah, then you have the free options. Oh yeah, and then once you come up to the Sulphur store, all of our employees are actually locals, so we actually are from Sulphur area. I'm actually from Lake Charles, but all my employees work from Sulphur.
Any questions?
I'd like to thank AT&T for your services during Hurricane Laura, because it was the only service we could get. And as a business owner and losing our entire office, we had what I call pieces of our phone system left, and it was non-usable. So we survived on our cell phones, and I made a plea out to AT&T, and I sent someone over, and so there's some more phones, and that's how we operated for a long time. And the only thing I'm not real happy about is that I didn't know that this was coming about, because we spent a lot of money to get fiber after that ran to our office. So.
We can't go to the past.
So it kept us going, but it's gonna have to be moved later on when we ever get our new office. So, but I wanna thank you, because you were a lifeline, and I appreciate it. Now looking at our new cable rates, maybe looking at other services. So thank you very much.
And can I highlight one thing, Councilwoman, Miss Lorena, she's always been my partner. So if there's ever an issue during the storm, we work excellent together. So I really want to highlight one of our partners over there with Entergy. She's always been great to work with, so I always thank her. When we have an issue, we can't do what we need to do without partners like her. So I really want to share it with you.
Absolutely. Thank y'all very much.
All right, item number 3 is recognition of Ms. Margaret Harris, the Entergy Customer Service Manager, for her years of excellent service for the City of Sulphur. Mayor Danahay.
As you well know now, how important Entergy was in the recovery of our area. I'll tell you, when they first told us that it was going to be 6 weeks before we saw electricity here, I didn't know what we were going to do. But they worked very diligently. They came from all over the nation with partners, and we were able to restore our electrical service here in 3 weeks. Quite an amazing feat, to be honest with you. And I was glad to hear AT&T, they were right there with them. A lot of it, I always put them as kind of like they were the leaders in this whole thing, because they were on the ground very, very quick, and they were just blowing and going to get it back up and running. And I think the other utilities saw this, and they started doing the same thing. So we were restored at a much quicker rate than a lot of places were. And a lot of that has to do with Margaret. Margaret, she was here on the ground day one practically. I don't know how she did it. I don't know how any of them did it. There wasn't anywhere to stay. There wasn't anywhere to set up to eat or anything. But they managed to do it, and it was amazing to watch. I was able to go out to the West Cal Event Center where they had staged and saw that operation, and it was quite amazing. So they did a bang-up job, and I think that we're very fortunate to have Entergy and as our representative. But more important, we had a face and a name and everything, that we actually reached out to Margaret constantly. I know when she went to ready to retire this year, she was so glad to get rid of that number. Otherwise, she would not have a life, to say the least. But she's done an amazing job through the years. I've been able to been with her through my service in the police jury and the state legislature, and now as City of Sulphur. She was always one I knew I was going to reach out to. I was going to get the right answer, and I was going to get the honest answer with her. And sometimes it wasn't always what I wanted to hear, but it was the right thing. So anyway, tonight we'd like to reach out to her and extend our appreciation for all the years she spent with. How many years with Entergy?
I'm in my 39th.
39th year. 39th year. She
started when she was 10.
She came very early. But anyhow, ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Margaret Harris.
So I'll be very brief. I want to thank you for the opportunity to serve not only the city of Sulphur, but all of Calcasieu Parish. And it's not possible to have a career of this longevity without a team of people behind the scenes that help you be successful and help you get the answers that are needed. Sometimes they may not be popular, but I'm grateful to my peers at Entergy, and definitely we do love the communities that we live in, and this is our home as well. I'm also grateful to my family. And it's much like being in the utility business is not a whole lot different than being in public service. You know, the hours are sometimes long, the needs are great. So I'm grateful to my husband. My adult children don't live here anymore. I wish they did. But we made a decision a long time ago. I've lived all my life except basically 1 year in Calcasieu Parish. 1 year was when I was at Northwestern and I came home to finish up at McNeese. And when my husband and I married, we looked for where we could buy a home that had good schools, where we could have trees in our neighborhood and not open ditches. And so we wound up in Sulphur, and it's been a good place to call home. And so I'm very grateful to you. I want to leave you with something in mind that was given to me a long time ago, and it's a very old quote. For yesterday is already a dream, and tomorrow is only a vision. But today well lived makes every yesterday a dream of happiness, and every tomorrow a vision of hope. And in the world we live in today, people need the hope of having power. People need the hope of being able to rely on their neighbor, and they need the example of working together so that we can move forward together and not live in the past. So I'm grateful to each of you, and I'd like to introduce Lorena Caesar. LeVar already recognized her. She will be taking my place in the governmental part of the work. She's an 18-year Entergy employee that has done fantastic work for you, and I thank you for the honor today, and I wish you all the best, and I might see you as I volunteer here in the community. Thank you. Where am I? About to be in my scooter skirt.
Next item on the agenda.
Now, I just wanted to say, Margaret, thank you, because anytime I've ever called you for explanations or help within my district, or hey, we got street lights out, or we have this, or we have that, you've always been so kind, and even when I know in the thick of things, in the recovery efforts of Laura, you've always responded. And I enjoyed that. I've enjoyed knowing your family beyond, before getting to city council, so I just hope you don't go too far, because we might see you.
You're in good hands.
Item number 4 is a presentation by Heather Kramer with SC3.
AT&T said he talked fast, he ain't got nothing on me. I'll try to be as quick as I can. It's a lot to cover, a lot of ground to cover in a very small period